What's the most powerful promise ever made? 4 simple words. Till death do us part. It's a beautiful lie, isn't it? A vow whispered in a moment of perfect hope. But what happens when that promise shatters? For some, it shatters in private, away from the world. But for the famous, it shatters in front of us all. Welcome to 2025, the year the Hollywood fairy tale officially died. They sold us a dream of perfect love, picture-perfect smiles, red carpet chemistry. But behind the velvet rope, a different story was being written. A story of secrets, distance, and endings that came shockingly fast. So, what really happened when the cameras stopped rolling? First, the couple who built their brand on cosmic connection. Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers. For 6 years, they were the king and queen of California cool. He, the handsome guru of frequency medicine. She, the enduring Hollywood starlet turned reality TV powerhouse. Their script? Spiritual alignment, quantum healing, positive vibrations. They sold the world a vision. A love so in tune, it could literally heal you. But was any of it real? The announcement came on July 4th. Independence Day. The irony was almost poetic. While America celebrated freedom, Denise was finally seeking her own. Sources close to the couple say the spiritual connection was just branding. The truth was far colder. For over a year, they weren't just misaligned. They were sleeping in separate wings of their mansion, a universe apart under the same roof. They preached about energy, while their own had completely flatlined. The power couple had lost its power, but they weren't the only ones faking the smiles. Another iconic duo was about to prove that even on a billionaire's yacht, you can feel completely adrift. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. For nearly a decade, their love was a blockbuster. A roller coaster of breakups, makeups, and a fairy tale proposal. They were the ultimate survivors. Or so we thought. Katy's Vegas residency, Play, was a triumph. A roar of success. But while she commanded the stage at home was emptying. The split was confirmed this summer. Quietly, politely. Then came the photos. The two of them, co-parenting on Jeff Bezos's superyacht. Smiling. Waving. It's the perfect Hollywood metaphor, isn't it? Pretending you're sailing smoothly, even as the ship is going down. Friends say the distance had been growing for years. The demands of 2 global careers creating a canyon between them. Her roar on stage had become a whisper at home. The firework had finally faded. But while their split was a quiet drift, another couple's ending was a meticulously planned vanishing act. Remember Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson? 14 years. A marriage that was supposed to be her happily ever after. The second act that was better than the first. He was the steady, handsome former NFL player. She was the billion-dollar mogul who built an empire from the ashes of her pop career. For years, their Instagram was a masterclass in domestic bliss. Then, the pictures started to change. He was less present. The family photos felt staged. There was no dramatic announcement. Just a slow, deliberate social media cleanse. A digital erasure of a marriage. Insiders confirmed it was over long before the world knew. They hadn't just grown apart, they'd become strangers living parallel lives. Her ambition never stopped. It built a fashion empire. His settled. It wasn't a tragedy of falling out of love. It was the quiet casualty of one person outgrowing the life they built together. Their love story was once a bestseller. Now, it's a book quietly placed back on the shelf. But what happens when the business is the marriage? Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. 15 years. They were the blueprint. Meet on a film set. Fall in love. Build a family. Build an empire. The Honest Company wasn't just a brand. It was their story. A promise of transparency, purity, and trust. But was the one thing that wasn't honest their own happiness? This spring, the divorce papers were filed. The glow of the brand couldn't hide the darkness at home. Sources claim the business became the marriage. Board meetings replaced date nights. Profit margins replaced passion. They were incredible business partners. But somewhere along the way, they forgot how to be husband and wife. They built a billion-dollar company on the idea of being real. It turns out, the pressure to be perfect in public made it impossible to be real in private. Their story is a warning. Sometimes, the dream you build is the very thing that tears you apart. 5 years. 6 years. 15 years. It feels like a lifetime. But in Hollywood, a lifetime can be over in a blink. You think these splits were fast? That's an eternity. What if a marriage doesn't even last until the honeymoon tan fades? What if it's over before the ink on the marriage license is even dry? Hold on. The story gets even wilder. Let's start with the one that set the standard. Britney Spears and Jason Alexander. Duration? 55 hours. A Vegas chapel. A moment of youthful rebellion. It ended with an annulment, her team claiming she lacked understanding. It was a pop culture earthquake. A warning shot. Next. The Master of Impulse. Nicolas Cage and Erika Koike. Duration? 4 days. Another Vegas wedding. Another dose of regret. Cage claimed he acted on impulse while intoxicated. The impulse bought him global headlines, and a swift, brutal end. How about a true collision of worlds? Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman. Duration? 9 days. The bombshell model and the NBA's baddest boy. A 1998 supernova of celebrity chaos. Carmen later admitted they were simply too wild together. Some fires are meant to burn out fast. Of course, we have to talk about the wedding that launched 1,000 memes. Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries. Duration? 72 days. A televised spectacle. A fairy tale event. Or was it a business transaction? Critics called it the greatest PR stunt of all time. Years later, Kim confessed she knew it was a mistake on the way to the altar. A 72-day marriage that created a lifetime of debate. But the crown for the most bizarrely short union might go to this one. Pamela Anderson and Jon Peters. Duration? 12 days. No official license. A secret ceremony. A public implosion. She called it a beautiful, strange dream. He claimed she used him to pay off debts. The truth is a mystery wrapped in a riddle, lasting less than 2 weeks. "55 hours. 12 days. 15 years. So what's the real story here? What is the lesson in all this broken glass and all these broken vows? Perhaps it's that love in the spotlight lives by a different set of rules. It's a performance. It's a script. And sometimes, the ending is rewritten before the story has even begun. They present a fantasy, but live a reality where the pressure is immense, the temptations are endless, and the exits are always open. The only thing that's certain? The camera is always rolling, ready to catch the final heartbreaking frame. But now I want to hear from you. Out of all these shocking splits, which one left you completely speechless? Was it the slow burn or the sudden explosion? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's really talk about this. And if you love diving deep into the stories Hollywood doesn't want you to know, do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what's next. Share this with a friend who loves a good story. And believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Hollywood's broken promises. Want to keep going? The video that YouTube thinks you'll love next is popping up on your screen right now. Click on it, and I'll see you over there.